Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to show you how I built AI code mentor using DeepSeek, Ollama LangChain and Streamlit. This app is like having a coding assistant that can help you with Python debugging, code documentation and more. But before we dive into the code, there is one important step. We need to download Ollama and set up the DeepSeek model. Don't worry, it is super easy. Let me show you how. First, you need to download Ollama. Ollama is the tool that lets you run large language models like DeepSeek locally on your machine. Go to the Ollama website and download the version for your operating system, that is Windows, Mac or Linux. Install Ollama by following the instructions on the website. Once Ollama is installed, then open this website Ollama DeepSeek R1. Then scroll down and copy this command, that is for DeepSeek R1 distilled Quen 1.5 billion. Just copy this command, open command prompt, copy this command and press enter. If you want a large model, you can also download. After the model is downloaded, you are ready to go. Ollama will run locally on your machine and we will connect to it in our Streamlit app. Now that's Ollama and DeepSeek are set up. Let's talk about other tools we need. I used four main libraries for this project. These are Streamlit, LangChain, Ollama and DeepSeek. Streamlit is for building the web inference, LangChain to connect the AI model and manage the conversation, Ollama to run the DeepSeek model locally, and DeepSeek, the AI model that powers the coding assistant. All the dependencies are listed in requirement.txt file. Let's take a look. These are the libraries we need to install. You can install them using pip install -r requirements.txt. Once installed, we are ready to start coding. Now let's look at the app.py file. This is where all magic happens. I will go through it step by step. First, we import the necessary libraries. Streamlit is used to create the web app. Chat Ollama is LangChain integration for Ollama, which allows us to use the DeepSeek model. str output parser help us to parse the AI responses into string. The prompt template like system message prompt template are used to structure the conversation with AI. Next, I added some custom CSS to style the app. This make the app look dark themed and modern. The styles change the background color, text color, and even the drop down menu to match the theme. Here I set the title app to the AI code mentor and added a caption to describe what the app does. This will appear at the top of the page. In the sidebar, I added a drop-down menu to let users choose between two DeepSeek models, that are DeepSeek R1 1.5 billion and DeepSeek R1 3 billion. Below that, I listed the capabilities of the AI, like Python expertise, debugging, and code documentation. Finally, I added credits to Ollama and LangChain. Here, I initialize the chat Ollama engine. This connects the Ollama server running locally on port 11434. The temperature parameter controls how creative the AI responses are. A lower value like 0.3 makes the responses more focused and less random. This is the system prompt. It tells AI what its role is. In this case, an expert coding assistant. It also instructs the AI to provide concise solution and use print statements for debugging. The AI will always respond in English. Streamlit uses something called session state. to keep track of the chat history. If there is no chat history, we initialize it with a welcome message from the AI. Here we create a container to display the chat message. We loop through the message log and show each message in the chat inference. The role can be either user or AI, so the message are displayed accordingly. Now let's deep dive into the most exciting part of the app, the chat input and how the AI generates response. This is where the user interacts with the AI and magic happens. First, we use st.chat input to create the text box where the user can type their coding question. This is like input field in the chat app. The placeholder text says type your coding question here, so the user knows where to type. When the user types something and hits enter, the input is stored in the user query variable. Next, we define a function called generate AI response. This function takes a prompt chain as an input. The prompt chain is essentially the conversation history formatted in way the AI can understand. Inside the function, we create a process pipeline. This pipeline does three things. It takes the prompt chain, the conversation history, it sends it to the LLM chain, the DeepSeek model running via Ollama. It uses str output parser to convert the AI response into simple string. Finally, the invoke method runs the pipeline and returns the AI response. This response is what the user will see in the chat. Now let's look at the build prompt chain function. This function is responsible for creating the prompt chain, which is essentially the conversation history formatted for the AI. We start by adding the system prompt to the prompt sequence. Remember, the system prompt tells the AI its role to be an expert coding assistant. Then we loop through the message log, which stores all messages in the chat. If the message is from the user, we add it as a human message prompt template. If the message is from the AI, we add it as an AI message prompt template. Finally, we combine all these messages into chat prompt template, which is the format the AI expects. This ensures that the AI has the full context of the conversation when generating a response. When user types a question and hits enter, the user query variable stores that question. We then add this question to the message log with the role user. This way the chat history is updated with the user's input. The message log is part of Streamlit's session state, which means it persists across reruns of the app. This allows us to maintain the chat history even as the app updates. Now we show spinner with the text processing to let the user know that the AI is thinking. Inside the spinner, we do two things. We call build prompt chain to create the prompt chain. We pass this prompt chain to generate AI response function, which sends it to the AI and gets response. The AI response is stored in the AI response variable. This ensures that the user sees a loading indicator while the AI working, making the app feel more responsive. Once we have AI response, we add it to the message log with the role AI. This updates the chat history with the AI's reply. Now the message log contains both the user question and the AI response, so the conversation can continue seamlessly. Finally, we call st.rerun. This refreshes the Streamlit app to show the updated chat history, including the user's question and the AI's response. This makes the chat feel dynamic and interactive. Without st.rerun, the app would not update the chat inference automatically, and the user would not see the AI's response until they triggered another action. Let's see the action. I will ask the AI coding question and how do I reverse string in Python. And there you go. The AI provides a concise and correct solution, just like we programmed it to do. So that's how the input and AI response generation work in this app. The user types a question, the app processes it, and the AI responds intelligently. This is the core functionality of the AI Code Mentor, and it's all powered by DeepSeek, Ollama, and LangChain. If you enjoyed this explanation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tutorial. Thanks for watching and happy coding.